Hi, this is Corina Angela, and this is Trine Healing. Connect to your soul self. Thanks for joining me today, and thank you for subscribing. And thanks to all the new subscribers, really appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. That would be fantastic. Yeah, to help support and to help support others, and to share out information, because that's why we're here, right? We're here on this planet to what? Connect and to share pertinent information that we all have. We all can make change in the world, one person after the next. And when we do that, it's incredibly valuable. And when we come from a place of honor and honoring ourselves, we honor another person. And I think that's the highest degree of being a soul connected person, right? And sometimes it's going through those filters, right? And clearing the filters to get to your soul self, right? That is so needed here in the world today. And I got that very, very, very clearly yesterday. And I'm going to share what came through, because it was very pertinent for me, but also for everyone, right? Because we're all in this together. And it's at the forefront now, right? It really is. It's time for us to create the change that we want to see in the world, as Gandhi would say, right? And as we walk in present time, and we are mindful and present within ourselves first, because we connected in first, we then can share it out of respect and honor and the love and the light within us, right? So I'm just going to start reading. So this came up yesterday. As many of you know, I write. I get up really early in the morning, 4 o'clock, and I write and receive for a couple hours. And yeah, that's what I do. Sometimes I have a question, but usually I don't. I just allow. So whatever comes through, comes through. Sometimes it's individual, very pertinent people that come through and connect in with me. And sometimes it's just collective. It's many. And yeah, so I'll just share what came through yesterday, because I'm stalling. I'm stalling. So I got to interject the humor. I just have to. And I'm going to put on my glasses. Okay, so the struggle of independence is no longer required of you. You have far surpassed this. And you know this quite well. You must now stop and step into leadership, as we all do. It is now very pertinent and in a very real way. We have been with you far too long and have walked with you every step of the way. This is the time. This is the leadership. As we seek, we always find you. We are always with you. We are always supporting you. And with this comes the greatest of responsibility to take ownership of the outcome and not to perish who they think you should be. See through your eyes. Carry out the brilliance that you see. Carry out the brilliance that you are. It is through us that we can all do this for the greatest and good and the highest of good of all. When you are doing this, the power is present and unabashed love flows through you. You know this, and the synergy that the earth needs is welcomed. We are and always have been with you. We were the overall fractals of the patternings that you have all been connected with at some time or another. We just need to allow and remember. It is in the remembrance of it all. Why? So as you think, you attune. As you dissolve the thoughts, you attune even more clearly. The reserve is within the understanding. Such information is now not only in it, but of it. You are of it. You are it. This streamline and the merging of this energy is about the frequency that you know so well within you in most of all ways. You see, when you evolve for so many years, you have done this, you unleash what is yet to be seen. The culmination of the leadership and the bravery and the courage is within you. It is a resounding yes within your whole body, within your heart chamber, and within your mind. When you are open fully, there is a magnificence within each of you that is change for the world. It changes the world as you know it. For the betterment of our world. The greatest of truth is measurements of time. It's the measurements of time itself. It is the byproduct of all of our beingness. When we transcend the measurements of thought, we release the hold on ourselves. We release the clutches of our existence. We bask in the glory of a new defined world. We reap the benefits of forgiveness and resurrection of the soul, our soul. Our soul, our greatest accomplishment, is what is sought. To equate within the realms limits our capacity to the extremes. When we think of the grander scales, we get the clarity to unfold, to transform into who we are. The three simplicities, is that a word? The three simplistics of the universe begins to arise, and there is a wellspring for all. We bring forth all of these messages through each of you for such good reasons, and yet you still question the what, the how, the when, and the why. To embrace all of you is what is in the palm of your hand. To bridge you, the self, to self, soul self, to bridge the soul self to self, to arrive. Much work is to be done. The sounding chambers within your heart and soul. 4 chambers of the heart, 4 chambers, 4 quadrants of the mind. To arrive at the pinnacle of the 8, the oneness of soul, you see the ingredients are all in the layman's terms. Now you need to begin to bake, to mix the ingredients. Dry bowl with wet bowl. And then the merge into the whole, you see. It is through the heart we dance, we sing, we connect, always. Perhaps it is the journey within the journey, always back to self. As then we do the work. Everyone has their divine will, and yet some fight against. And yet some fight against them. Selfish every day. Why, we ask? No need for this, you see. No need to penetrate this. Truth always shows forth because it carries another frequency that the others does not. And where is that? Of course, in the soul of the heart. It is all of our lives' journey to unlock what we unlock long ago, before we reincarnated to Earth. The key has always been instilled within. and yet we struggle. We struggle with the remembrance of what has happened. I'm going to turn off my phone. We struggle with the remembrance of what happened and where it has happened. How do we find such a treasure? We seek to find within. Yes, they have their phrase a million times, and yet the unfoldment of the door you see, after all, is within how we allow ourselves to receive it. And the allowance and the receiving can change eternity within mere seconds. It is unattainable otherwise. When we are the bridges of our work, our genius, and sculpting, our lives can't help but breathe into the dance, the rhythmic dance of our hearts, the soul of our life. When we do this every day, this is the most miraculous sense of self for the first time as we dance physically with our own eyes. We close our eyes, we can see clearer. As you do every day to weave in the trust of the knowing, it is safe, it is secure, it is free of the unattainable. It derives from the nothingness into the vastness of infinity where you go every day. Then, as you derive from the all of what your human mind created as the dot, as your portal, beyond and around, the lines through, up, down, and all around, the vastness and the all is truly the all. The all is truly the all, where we see from this view as you do. We bring in the extreme focus of what can be done to uplift the world. The mind is the limit of our heart. And once bypassed, you can unlock your own portal to your heart. We are here with you now and always. The clarity is within the heart. The clarity is within the house. It is the truth and the clarity in the doing of the how. Bridge the worlds as you go. You bridge the information to the worlds, for the worlds of the worlds. This is why the purest of hearts come into your world. It is not of ego or praise or dependence. They come into and connect because they see you. I see. We see you. Now you see you. Okay. So that's what came in yesterday on the 12th of December. Really early in the morning. And yeah, perhaps a few sparks, a few light bulb moments, or questioning. You know, it's the curious mind, the curious heart that we allow, right? That we allow ourselves to connect in with ourselves, and we allow ourselves to evolve. Thank you for joining me, and yeah, until the next video.